In this episode, we are going to discuss why clients leave hairstylists and how you can avoid being the left hairstylist. I worked in a salon with many hairstylists for over 14 years, and this is something I always noticed. Let me tell you a little story. I was sitting in the back room with a fellow stylist, and we were talking about her trip to Bumble and Bumble University. She was telling me how she loved the city, and she learned so much, and it was so intense. And then I asked her this question: how have you been implementing the new cutting techniques and communication skills you learned at BB? And how have your clients responded and what results have you seen? She stared at me blankly. Then she brushed me off and responded with a, "No, not really, it doesn't really apply to my clientele." I sat there and said to myself, I call bull, you know what? I had been to Bumble and Bumble University many times, and I've learned so much, and every time I came home and implemented what I learned, my career flourished. And I even made more money. Bonus. So I started paying attention, and this is what I saw. I saw my colleagues going to educational training, picking up a book, or watching some video tutorial. But you know what I never, ever, ever saw? I never, ever saw them execute what they learned. The truth of the matter is that you can learn everything, you can read everything, but if you don't take action, none of it really matters. One of my favorite quotes used to be, "Knowledge is power." And I used to actually believe that knowledge was power. But then I realized something distinctive, and that changed how I operated in my life. I realized that knowledge is not power, action is power. I looked up the definition of power, which is the ability to act. This hit home and really made sense to me. I love to learn, and I always see results from educating myself. So I started to wonder, what was the missing piece for my fellow stylists? Why was it when I learned something new, I put into action, and on the contrary, why don't others? This is why. When I learn something new, I make what I learned my entire focus. I focus on what I learned for however long it takes for me to form a new habit. Once you create a habit, a good habit that is, your life becomes easier because the good things are on autopilot. The same is true for bad habits, I'm sure you know. If you don't focus on positivity and growth, you learn bad habits and they become your life's autopilot and your life stops working. For instance, if you haven't worked out in a year, it's really hard to motivate yourself and work that into your routine. But if you have worked out for years, it becomes hard to not continue to do so. We at Inhairent are here to help you create good habits. Our revolutionary app and fun but serious training modules will transform your life. It will transform your life if you focus on your training and make what you've learned into new lifestyle of habits. I understand that your life is busy, but do you really have the time to not recreate your life for the better? It's time for you to shift your focus and start creating new habits behind the chair. We will hold your hand every step of the way. We're like that. We even have an accountability worksheet that you can check off every day to make sure that you stay on the right track. And guess what's going to happen? Guess. One day you will wake up and be the proud owner of new cultivated high-level habits. That's a gift. That's a gift that you can give yourself. All of the work that you put in will have benefited you because you have more loyal clients, a steady income, and more freedom in your life, which is what we all want, right? So what now, you ask? I want you to go ahead and click Inhairent.com below and sign up to become a trender. We have such amazing content that will transform your life, and it takes you sequentially through the steps you need to do to be the best behind the chair. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side and holding your hand along the way. Get ready to kick some major butt this year. Bye-bye.